Hey all, thanks for joining me for another scenic run. Today is January 8th, 2021. Today I'm coming to you from Old Town San Diego. It's going to be about a 4.5 mile run where we start going through downtown part of Old Town, through the state park, up to the Presidio, and then through Mission Hills for a bit, and then we'll circle back here, finishing off. Again, 4.5 mile run, so why don't we get those feet moving and get at it. All right. So Old Town's a pretty interesting place. It's got a lot of cute little shops, an old cemetery, which you can see here. Old Town, I think the way the history goes, was the original settlement of San Diego, hence the name Old Town. And then later on, at some point, they started to develop what is the current day downtown and Gaslamp district. So you got a lot of shops and restaurants down here. Pretty fun little area. When I first moved to San Diego, I actually had a little month-to-month rental out here, which was pretty fun for a few months. Over here is the Whaley House. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in San Diego. Not sure if I'd really believe that, but it has a checkered past with a lot of deaths there. That Whaley House was also, I think, one of the first brick buildings constructed in San Diego, because the person who built it was an East Coaster, which they used a lot of bricks there. All right, so this is the state park. A lot of old historic buildings in this area. A lot of little museums. Can't go this way. Nice little nature walk over there. Might be closed because over here in this area, there's a lot of construction going on behind this fence. That used to be ugly ass old Caltrans Department of Transportation building, and then across the street, back like a decade ago, probably more, they That was weird. they built a newer building, and so the old building just sat unused for about a decade. People couldn't really use it or demolish it to repurpose it because it was built with asbestos everywhere. So there'd be a lot of remediation they'd have to do, or if they had to take it down and demolish it, they would require it to be taken down piece by piece. I'm not gonna pull out my mask. That area back there, Fiesta de Reyes, that's a cool little restaurant. Well, it's all outdoors. They got a lot of live music going on. Whenever somebody comes to visit, I always take them there. It's really cute place. But be prepared for a long wait. But yeah, so going back to the Caltrans building, a couple of years ago, they started working on it. I'm not sure where the funding came from, but they demolished it bit by bit, and now it's just in the transformation stage where I think it's going to be part of the state park. So I don't know what the plan is to put on that land, but it's cool that it'll be just part of the park. At this little yellow house, it's actually a triplex. That's that place I rented out when I first moved here. Not too many options were available, but fit the need. I wanted a month. It allowed pets, and it was furnished. It worked. Pretty cool to be in Old Town. There's always something going on. Nice place to be when you first move into San Diego. So over here, this is the Presidio Hills golf course. I think it's like a 9-hole par 3. It's kind of under a lot of criticism over the last few years, where they want to do something with it. It's not in a very good state. But I don't know. It doesn't look like they've touched it in a long time. Apparently, Phil Mickelson, he grew up here and used to play a lot. Like, this is where he learned how to play. If you went up this hillside, it's a nice little trail up to the Presidio. We used to walk my dogs up there when we lived over here. But we're going to take the longer route up the road. In Old Town on Cinco de Mayo, that place is crazy. It's just like a huge party that goes on there. A lot of celebrations, events going on. Pretty neat. So a bit of a hill up to the Presidio. So hard to see right now, but over those bushes are some mounds. I think those are technically ruins of the original mission or the original Presidio. Can't remember the story. Not a historian by any means. So right now what we're seeing is the 8 East West Highway, which leads to the ocean beach. Up on the top of that hill is University of San Diego. What we'll be leading to is the Presidio right now. They have little sculptures around. See if we can get another view of those mounds, the ruins. Not much really over there to see. I'm not really sure what this little plot of land is used for. Not like overflow parking or anything. These bells are the El Camino Real. So connecting mission to mission from Sonoma down to San Diego. So now what we're looking at is, again, the I-8 East-West Highway facing east, looking into Mission Valley. So there's a little bit of a trail that leads to this canyon back here. Otherwise, it's just an open parkland up here. So past this part, any bit further on, this will be the Mission Hills neighborhood. Very nice, affluent area. Yeah. We're only a few miles outside of downtown. You got nice views of downtown and the Point Loma and the ocean. You're good. Thanks. Let's go this way. Actually, I think we should go this way. This way. That's what happens when you deviate from the map. You get a little turned around. Morning. Or afternoon, I should say. pick it up a bit for 30 seconds. So I've always found this house to be a bit peculiar. Doesn't really match the motif of the rest of the neighborhood. Nice location though. So we'll have a downhill that leads into Old Town again. Alright, now we're back to Juan Street. At the base of this hill is where my apartment was. And when I would go running, I would do this route a couple of times a week. But then I would alternate just running up Juan Street for a good workout. Just try and charge up it and then take a leisurely pace down. And then once I reach the bottom, charge back up and do that a number of times. It was a pretty good workout. As you can see, it's not the steepest hill, but again, enough to get your blood pumping. So over here, this is the Victorian Village, which we'll take a little run through. Very cute area. Most of these are just closed off, so you can only see them from the outside. But there's a couple of these buildings that are still in use. Heritage Park Victorian Village. These are from around the San Diego area. At some point in time, they were moved here to create this little village. Up on our right, there's the Jewish synagogue that is used still, I think, just for ceremonies, though, like weddings and whatnot. This is like a little sheriff station or ranger station, and each one has a little plaque out front saying who originally built it, where the original site was, what positions they've held or significance they had in San Diego. This last one is really fun. A business operates in it called the Coral Tree Tea House, where you can do high tea, afternoon tea service there. I've done that once. Really cute building. It'd be neat if they did some of it outside, because they have a really nice piece of grass in the back. Up here, this made to look old building is a museum for the Mormon battalion that helped, forget what it was, just come down to the San Diego and defend it. I forget what the original purpose was for the Mormons coming here. But it's pretty neat. You have young missionaries. They give tours telling you about the history. You get to dress up, and if you're one of the lucky or unlucky ones, they'll pick you to dress up in some period pieces and get a photo. I was selected to dress up. I think this Catholic church right here, it's supposed to be one of the oldest in San Diego. All right, so now we're back to the downtown part of Old Town. This Old Town Mexican Cafe and the Coyote Cafe up here. They're very popular places. You have these tortilla ladies, which you can see right there, where you can just go up there. I don't know what the prices are now, but you can give them $1 and they'll give you 2 tortillas that are freshly made. And you can put butter or salsa on there. Pretty neat little thing they have going on. You could also do that at Fiesta de Reyes, that one restaurant that's in Old Town State Park. Sheriff's Museum. Never been in there. All right, so that was a little tour of Old Town San Diego and Mission Hills. Took roughly 35 minutes, about 4.5 miles. Again, January 8th, 2021. In Old Town San Diego. All right, until next time, thanks for joining.